This is your Prospera era, where dreams align with grace, abundance flows like rivers. You've stepped into your place. Rise, reign, and remember, you were born to shine. Welcome to your moment, Prospera, it's time.
Well, hello, everyone. It's Elena Rodriguez. I am the founder of Prospera TV Network and Show Your Crown Enterprises. And if you are joining me live, I would say just grab some coffee, finish your lunch, catch up on some water drinking, whatever you got to do, but just settle in and just get ready, because this afternoon, for just a few minutes, I'm not just sharing what we've built here at Prospera TV Network in a very short amount of time, but I'm inviting you into it. And I want to talk about that for just a little bit. So I launched Prospera TV Network with one core intention. Okay. And I'll go into the surprise that came out of that. But one core intention, and that honestly was to create a divine global wave. Okay. A divine global wave of like purpose driven messaging through media. But again, I'm going to say divine, because it's bigger than me. And chances are, if you're already a part of it, it's bigger than you. And chances are, if it's tugging at your gut, it's because there's something bigger than you on the other side. So I wanted to create a space where not only your voice matters, but your gifts. Okay, your gifts matter, your spiritual calling, your purpose, where your message gets heard, and where we like bring light. I'm just going to say it, where we bring light into the world, basically like one story at a time. And it might not even be like one story at a time, but it could be a teaching lesson, depending on what your show's core purpose is. It could be a teaching lesson. It could be a message that needs shared. It could be a story that needs told, an education piece, a beauty tip, a wellness tip, a money tip, like all sorts of things. Okay. But number one, I want to be honest. Okay. I didn't originally set out to start my own network. I didn't think, oh, I'm going to create Prospera TV Network as my own thing. It didn't start out that way. Okay. But God placed it in my heart, like he does, I'm sure, many things with many of you. But he placed something in my heart with very clear instruction as I was beginning to work on a channel of my own. Okay. The channel is what then became into Prospera TV Network, but it only became part of that, or it only turned into that, because God said, protect it. He said, protect what I'm giving you. And that's pretty huge. Okay. So I knew that the space, whatever was happening, it needed to be protected. And it needed to be protected, not only in like quality, but in like censorship, right? Not to be compromised, to give opportunity for people to have a voice, to not have to water down their own truth, that no topic was off limits. It just needed protected over that space, but also over the quality and the delivery. And I wasn't looking for like quantity. It was more for the quality, because it's not about just one show or one person. It's about all of us. So I knew that this was about something bigger than just a show, but it was about having support, creating legacy, building impact, strengthening community, right? And actually just believing in one another, a space to learn and grow together. And so the only way to do that was basically to just start building it myself. When God said, protect it, I'm giving this to you, protect it, then I had to hit the ground and start digging in and learning all kinds of things. So I have been very transparent from the beginning, from the very beginning of conversations with show hosts and all the things. I have been very transparent from the beginning that I didn't have all the answers, that there was much I was going to have to learn, that even I didn't set out to do this. It kind of became an assignment. So I've been very open about that. And so the growth over this short amount of time, basically, I'd say over the past 6 months, has been absolutely amazing, and is not because it's my doing. It's because God gave it to me and said, protect it. And he knows that's what I'm doing. And so the growth has been amazing. So we've done the work and we've built something real. We actually have. And, this little discussion wasn't really planned today. Not anybody really knew that this was going to happen, but just something flowed through me earlier today, and we were doing some stats and research, and I have shows with meetings with my show host regularly. And so I just got a little fire in here, and God said, okay, let's go, let's do this. So to just give you updates, what started as just that idea. God said, protect this. So I know that I'm creating something bigger than myself. In a matter of just the months, we're now streaming on Roku, which means we're in 17 countries right now. And I actually want to share something about Roku. I'm going to pull up some notes here because Raquel Soto, one of the show hosts, she had sent me some information today. And she said, here are some stats that she's taken. And I'm just going to share this. This is kind of like off topic, but this is just about Roku in general. People now spend more time streaming on Roku-powered TVs than on broadcast television. So in July of 2025, so this was just after we went live on Roku, but in July 2025, streaming on Roku-powered devices accounted for 21.4% of all U.S. TV viewing time, surpassing broadcast TV's 18.4%. So that's awesome. So from like TV Tech, the shows that Roku had 39% share of the open. Okay, those are other stats, but all I can say is that 39% share of the open programmatic CTV market in the US Q4. Okay, so she dug down and gave me some really big numbers, but I think that that's amazing. So we're already doing Roku. Okay, so we are in 17 countries, but we are adding very shortly at the start of the new year, Amazon Fire TV. That's next on board. And then beyond Amazon Fire will be the Apple TV and mobile apps. Those will be coming. And why am I dripping things out? Because we need to be able to collect data. We need to be able to have clean systems in place. And if I try to like over jump and like do everything all at once, it wouldn't even be organized. It wouldn't be a structure that would allow us to move at this pace. Okay, so that's just kind of my own experience in building business. Look at the big picture, but then do small steps. So we started with Roku. We're on stream, started with Roku, and Amazon Fire TV is next, and then the mobile apps. Okay, so we are committed to being a platform of faith. Okay, your shows don't have to be about faith, but I'll tell you, as a team, my God comes first. So everybody knows that. That's part of my team. But of freedom, you have full creative freedom, full creative expression. The only thing that I don't, want on there is anybody stripping and being all crazy like that. Okay, we got to protect our integrity. But you have creative freedom. It's your show. We are here to help guide you along, but ultimately it's your vision that we help bring to life. So if God gave you a vision, if God gave you a message, there is room for it here. Okay. So we are unique. So at any time, if you have questions or you want to message me and talk more about this, we'll go into those details. But we are unique in the sense that a lot of people see the YouTube channel, but we're not just another YouTube channel. Okay. Yes, we are on YouTube. There is a Prospera TV network on YouTube, but that's like our content hub. That's where we take all the shows from all show hosts and house it. Okay. So it's a place, I look at it as it's a place to store our content in addition to the platforms that I need to be able to stream to Roku. I mean, there's many layers, but it's a place to store content. It's a place to easily organize because every show host has their own playlist. So if you wanted to like tune into Badass Mama Moves, you could just binge watch all of Badass Mama Moves on that playlist. So everyone has their playlist. So it's a place to store. It's the hub to share easily and organize. Okay. But our real stage is Roku and the apps and everything that is coming. So how I like to describe it to the show hosts is I want you to envision think of like Texas. If you've ever driven through like Dallas, Texas, everything is like building bigger, 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 bigger. So we're not creating just like a highway, like a one lane or one direction each way road. We are creating like a whole interstate system. So YouTube is not the hype. It's just basically my hub. And we focus on the Roku, the stream, and the other platforms. Okay. We want to be in people's homes around the world on TV. And Roku has allowed us to get started to do that. Okay. So it's your home for bold voices. If you've got something, we got a show coming out. Allegra's show is going to be coming out here soon, and her show is called Unmuted. She's got to get it off her chest. So that's a bold voice right there. Soul-led messages. We've got Raquel with One Breakthrough Now, and she does an amazing educational piece. Every episode is a breakthrough in itself, and she ties in neuroscience and biblical teachings and combines them, and there's breakthroughs. We've got Divine Abundance, where Julie taps into things. I mean, Martha Glory with Let Glory Shine. Like there's so many shows, but we've got soul-led messages. We've got faith-based stories that don't necessarily keep you in a religious box. Okay. But it's okay to share your faith if that's a big part of your message, but you don't have to. We've got Glow Up at Dawn, who is a nurse practitioner, and she gives like real life health, beauty, and wellness tips. So it's very unique. And we want conversations that actually make people feel something. And if God is giving you that tug that you have a message and you need people to feel something, then bring it, because you've got the freedom to do that. Okay. So let's see here. We're not, okay. I always focus on progress over perfection. So I want to make it very clear that we're not here to be polished and perfect or create this like image that is like we're the best out there. And the truth is I'm learning, and I'm very transparent about that. And we are the best for where we are. I guarantee you we are the best for where we are, but I know the growth that we have in front of us, there's a lot of learning to do. So we're not about having to be polished and perfect all the time, but we do believe in quality. We're here to be authentic. We're here to be impactful. Okay. So what I've been doing over the past months, oh gosh, I have been learning. We're talking like last March and April, this wasn't even on my radar. Like I said, I was just going to be starting my own channel. And then God said, nope, what I'm giving you, I need you to like do your thing and I need you to protect it. So I didn't really know anything about starting the whole streaming network. So I've been learning. Okay. I've been learning the technology, behind the scenes, so much happening behind the scenes. I've been trying to create systems that work and get more in a rhythmic flow. And in the beginning, it was kind of chaotic. You know, we'd have recordings coming in the night before a show's supposed to air, and I'm staying up all night trying to figure out how to do this. Like, it was kind of chaotic. I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning, but we're getting there. Like, we've got the flow. People know where they're doing. People know what's happening. I've spent a lot of time supporting our show hosts, clear from I have this crazy idea and I don't know what a show would look like, to how can we drive people to your current business through your show? How can we repurpose your show? There's been show hosts that are now opening a business because the work through the messaging of the show has brought them such clarity that now they're ready to actually launch a business. So there's been a lot of support to the show hosts that goes beyond just the show. And I'm proud to say that I'm being able to utilize all of my entrepreneurial experience for, I don't know, the past 30 years. I mean, I think I opened my first business studio back in 2001. So what's that, 24 years? So it's been really cool to be able to utilize a lot of the skills of entrepreneurship and make them unique to every show host. Okay. So what I'm trying to do here is build something that is going to last. Okay. This isn't some pop-up platform. This isn't some hype, ego-driven hobby. This is only going to get bigger and better as we continue on. So I am okay to say that we're not perfect. We're learning, but this is a legacy level move. It's here to stay, and it's here to grow, and it's here to get better. And now I'm inviting you into it. Okay, we've been doing this for 6 months. We've got our flow down. I've got my processes down. I'm much more confident now than I was when I was starting from scratch just months ago. So now I'm inviting you into it. Okay, so here's what we do and some things that you can expect if you become a show host. So I'm just sharing all this information up front. You do with it what you want. Hey, Raquel. Hey, Anna. Yep, and Anna is great to be at the beginning. I will say Anna is our first Spanish language show, which is awesome. And Raquel is joining us from Chicago. I mentioned her earlier with the One Breakthrough Now. Amazing. And she's on season 2 of her show. And she's a prime example of how to repurpose her shows, because now they're their own programs that people can join in her business. So think beyond just a show. Like, I want you to build from it, and I'm here to support you and help you in that. So what can show hosts expect? Okay, full onboarding. You have access to my calendar. We can go through some training tips. We can actually break down, like, how do you want your show to support your business? Or do you just want to share a message? Like, what is it specific to you? That's huge. No two shows are the exact same. No two shows serve the exact same purpose. All right. So we've got to get that clear and work together through that. But you also have freedom to just do your thing. If you've done enough and you're like, here's my finished product, I just need the platform. I just want to be on Roku. I want to be like in homes across, 17 countries, and here's my stuff. I don't need to talk about it. That's fine too. Like, we can do that. But the other thing that we give you is we do give you branded graphics. We can help you with the show logo. We give you custom songs, custom promo, like all sorts of stuff, but we customize everything specific to you. We start with questions. It's a very simple process. I put my magic dust on some things, and then here we go. We're ready to promote. Okay. You get your own show page. We now are building out our show host guide. You get your own playlist. I also have forms that we collect people that want to be on different shows. So one of the show hosts at one time said, like, you're kind of like an agent. You're out there helping me find guests. And that's just part of the network. And as the network grows, how valuable we will be to people, because you can just come to our one form and there could be like 10 opportunities for 10 different shows to be a guest on. And all you have to do is fill out the form one time, select the shows that you want to be on. And from there, I take it, I connect with the show host and let them know this person is interested. And then each show host takes it from there. Like, we're very structured now. Okay. Then Raquel says, I'm so happy. I said, yes. Woo. It was the beginning of all the new things God led to me, a year of first. And that is awesome, because that's the thing. We've been able to see each other's growth. And not only that, but because we meet regularly, guys, as show hosts, but we talk about like our real, what is the show doing? What questions do we have? How can I serve you? How is this working for your business? But we're all contributing. It's amazing at the breakthroughs. I'm going to use the breakthroughs because that's Raquel, one breakthrough now. But we've all grown. If you look collectively at our list of show hosts, we have all grown this past, I'm going to say this past year, but really it's like from concept, it hasn't even been a full year. So we are all like benefiting from the collective unit we've developed here, the team. It's amazing. So what else do show hosts get? They get back end. We handle all the back end. Like I said, you can do your editing, you can do whatever, or you send it to us in raw form and we handle it. But we take all of that back end. We handle the tech support. So what that means is we'll take the video, we'll get the finished product, we load it to YouTube, we load it to our other streaming hub that converts it to a different file that then gets to go on Roku. There's also other platforms. It's also embedded in other places. Like, we're in a lot of places. So we handle all of that. All you need to do is record yourself. And for even the people that were starting out, they're using Zoom. They're recording, and then some don't even know how to upload to a Google Drive. They're just emailing me. They're recording. Like, there's no reason to not do this simply because of the tech pieces that you feel you don't know. You just worry about your piece. We take the rest of it and up-level it, and it's professional as all get out. Okay. So Raquel says the customization is so good to build the brand. Yes. And Anna says, I am learning too. Yes, she is. We're all learning. And so based on the more that I work with you, the more that you just dive in, then we get our flow down and it just becomes, easier. Sometimes there's tech issues where computers don't want to record. Sometimes you got to use your phone. Like, there's just so many things that can pop up. But the beauty of it is that it's okay. Like, it's okay. Progress over perfection. We got this. And we're not on like some race. It's not like some finish line we're trying to aim for. Like I said, this isn't some pop-up. We're in it to be in it. And it's just a beautiful thing. So you get the back end uploading support. You get a community of powerhouses that we are cheering each other on. We are supporting each other. They have taught each other so much. Like, there's times where I look back and I don't even realize all the support that they're giving each other. And until like a conversation pops up and I'm like, oh, I didn't know they were doing that for you, or I didn't know you were doing that. And that's so beautiful. Like, I think that is just absolutely beautiful. And it just makes my heart happy to know that that's going on. So we have community, we do promotion. And what I mean by promotion and partnerships and things like that is, I'm just going to give an example. the Jingle All the Way. This is our 3rd annual Jingle All the Way Small Business Expo. This is something I started years ago because I knew small business, and I say small business even though it's no small task, but meaning small business, meaning you're not some, franchise corporation anywhere. You're kind of still doing most of the work. But I believe in getting that out there, getting you seen. And so I started a small business expo. Well, the show hosts get first access. Show hosts get certain things like that. And so you do get extra promotion, and I want to support you. If you're part of Prospera, I'm going to support you first. That's just the way that it goes. You're part of my team. I believe in you. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you grow. I want to see your business improve. Like, I'm going to support you. Okay. So, but the most important thing that I would say is the life-changing thing is that you get a seat at the table. And what I mean by that is when we meet weekly, whether you could show up or you watch the recording, but if you have ideas, if you have things to contribute, if you want to share your voice, if you would like to see improvements, if you want to see something different, like, you have a seat at the table, you can share that, and I'll tackle in and we'll figure it out. And sometimes the finished product or the finished idea looks different than how it began. But that's like masterminding, guys. Like, you need that. So it's not me as president saying this is what it is and this is how it is and this is what I need you to do. And it's every week. Hey, what you guys got? Like, what questions do you have? What ideas? Here are some things I'm facing. They've taught me so much. So you get a seat at the table. All right. So you're not just, uploading content. It's not just, here's my recording, see you later. It's so much bigger than that. And you're becoming part of this huge network with vision and values. And I mean that wholeheartedly. There's going to be times that the show hosts are going to have to lift me up. They have had to give me grace when I was sick for like 2 weeks, and we still pushed everything out, but I just wasn't, I wasn't there running everything. They kind of were running each other. Like, it was great to see that, but vision and values is huge to me. And the whole purpose behind that is it isn't a race. Just like I said, God said, protect this. And so the only way that I feel you can protect it is if you truly bring your core values to the front. And that's where we all align. So, so Roxy says, this is really incredible project and a blessing. Roxy has been amazing too. Roxy was one that as soon as she joined, she just did it. There's everything is at your own pace. I have show hosts that have been on board for like several months and still haven't launched their first show. Scheduling can work or, could not work very well. Maybe they had like a life, happening, they're moving, things like that. So the timing hasn't really been great. That's cool. You have the flexibility. But Roxy, I'm just going to say, she's one that she signed up, and like by that weekend, she recorded her first show. It was amazing. And you got to just do it your way. And we're here to support you. And Raquel says, there really is no reason. We're completely supported as hosts, and we help each other too. Beautiful community. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'd have to agree. I feel blessed to be part of it. Sometimes when I look back, I'm like, thank you, God. Like, thank you, God, for telling me to like do this and protect it, even though I was very transparent and said, guys, like, I don't really know what I'm doing here. But God showed me this vision. And so like, let's go. Let's start putting the pieces together. Let's have some fun. And it's been really cool. And what it does is it gets me excited to think, oh my gosh, like if we've only done this, and I say 6 months because that first bit is kind of tiptoeing, like kind of like crawling. I'm going to use babies, kind of like you're crawling or you're just learning how to roll over. Maybe just hold your head up. Like, and then, you start taking like a step here or there. That's kind of how we had to start out. So I feel like we learned how to at least walk the end of June. And the end of June was when we officially hit Roku. So if you take July, we're looking at July, August, September, October, 4 full months and we're 18 days into November, or 19 days, but I pulled stats through yesterday through the 18th. So amazing. Like that, I'm so excited to even just think, my gosh, where will we be a year from now? Like, just think about it. Where will we be a year from now? I don't know. Only God knows. But you won't know if you don't hop on and like join us. So what I'm doing, and I'm going to be sharing this. I'm sharing this now because, guys, I'm not a big holiday like Black Friday specials. Like, I'm not. That's not my thing. I don't believe that's the big part of holidays, and we can go into a whole conversation about like all of that. But I do want to honor this time of year that we're wrapping up. The pace is going to move faster. You might be ready to jump into things to know that you're going to start 2026 off better, different. Maybe you've got visions for your business. Like, I don't know, but I'm not a big holiday sale person. That's why I'm doing this now, because next week you're going to see things all over the place, and I just don't want to be a part of that. Okay. I believe in adding value. Okay. Not really slashing worth. So I take huge respect into what current show hosts are investing in having their show. So you're not going to see me come out and say, I'm going to take that price and I'm going to slash it. Because to me, that's not fair. I mean, I'm not going to do that. And I don't believe that just because it's a holiday that I should discount what it's worth, because for the remainder of the time, the same effort, the same expertise, the same development, like all of that still goes into it. So what I'm doing, because I really want you to be able to join us if you feel the tug in your gut. I don't want tech to be a reason you say no. I don't want finances to be a reason you say no. Like, there's many things that you could say no about, but if there's that divine tug in your gut that can only come from God, and I know that it might not even make sense to you, that I'm adding some things in for now. Okay. So I'm just going to put it that way, because I believe in helping you be seen in your calling. I believe in helping you get that message out if it's a message that you know God is giving to you. Like, I'm a full supporter of that. So I'm going to do what I can in every avenue that I have created to help you do that. Okay. Anna says, my technology has failed me, but still I set my show. Yes, I don't want to stop, and don't stop. Like, your show is getting great views, and you're only a couple episodes in. Like, you're just getting started. So do not stop. And if anything, Anna, you're pushing through these tech issues. So it's only going to get easier, because just think, you just launched in October and you already ran into issues and you still pulled through. You've already beat the hard stuff. It's only going to get better. So kudos to you. Proud of you. Keep going. And I think of like the late nights. This will tell you. Anna, she's in El Salvador. We've got a time difference, and she did have tech issues. And there was one evening that it was like, I want to say like a Thursday night. And I remember messaging her, and she was having tech issues. So I'm kind of off topic now. I'll tell you about the specials we have coming up, but I got to share the story. And there was a show that needed to air on that Friday. Like, her show airs on Friday afternoon, and it needed to air, and she was having tech issues. And so it's like, we'll try this. So I ended up messaging like Thursday night, and I said, hey, I'm going to wind it down. I'm going to go ahead and go to bed, but I will get up really early Friday morning. Again, because of the time difference, she was going to try to get it loaded into her Google Drive. And I was like, I'm going to go ahead and go to bed, and I'll get up and I'll get it first thing Friday morning. So you'll be all set. We'll be able to share the promotion out. Everything will be good. Well, I saw something come through. So I stayed up. I stayed up. I think it was like an additional 2 hours. I stayed up because I knew how important it was for her to be able to go to sleep herself, knowing that it's all good and we're all set and we're ready. And come Friday, which is her show day, everything's just ready to go. And I share that because I know what it's like to have that passion, and I know what it's like to have that message and to know that you got to get it out. But I also know what it's like when you run into these things that can try to stop you, and it's hard to depend on other people. Let's just admit that. It's hard to depend on other people when you're doing something that means so much to you. And I know that that's why God said, take this on your own and protect it, because I understand that. So we will deliver that. We will make sure that you feel good when you go to sleep at night, that you've got the best quality, a team of support, and we're going to see it through. Like, that's just who we are. So I'm very proud of Anna for pushing through, not giving up, digging through the frustration, showing up. She's had amazing guests, amazing shows. I love listening to it and watching it in Spanish, and it's just awesome. So I just had to share that like side story. So hey, Yada. Yada says, don't get me started with tech issues. Exactly. Okay, so I'm going to share another story, and you guys can you guys can stay and find out what the special stuff is that I'm going to offer. But here's a thing on Yada. Okay, Yada has a bi-weekly show. Her show is called Badass Mama Moves, and every time I'm like going through it, I'm like bawling, and I'm like, girl, your show is amazing. It speaks to me every single time. And there was one recording that came through that I was starting to edit, and I asked her, it seems very quiet. So I didn't know if she was recording like when the house fell asleep, or was there a tech issue? Like, I don't know. But I had to be honest with her. I had to be honest with her and say, look, your show has been amazing and you deliver quality every time. But for some reason, the volume on this recording is really low. And as much as we've tried to turn it up through our tech, through our editing software, it's still very low. And I don't want to air it knowing that it's not your best work, knowing that the quality didn't mean the content wasn't great, but the recording, the tech was low. And so I just told her, like, we can air it and stay on, scheduling, but I just want you to know that I don't think that you'll be happy with it. And so I gave her the option. Do we roll with it, or do you want to re-record? And so I'm keeping that stuff in mind, you guys. Like, to me, it's not about, oop, let's just slap another show on. Oop, let's just slap another recording. It's like, I want this to be something you're proud of, because it's your time, it's your effort, and it's your money. I want to make sure that we are delivering something of quality that you're proud of. And if I know that I wouldn't want my show to show up like that, I'm not going to air it just to like check another box off my to-do list. So I reached out to her and I said, hey, I'm just going to tell you this. So you let me know what you want to do. And she re-recorded. And so those are the details that I'm saying we stay so connected. So we got Martha on here. We got Tish on here. Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. So like I said, guys, this is something major. It's not some pop-up hype thing. We are here for the long haul. We are here for growth. We are here to do it all with the spirit of excellence unto my God. And with that, I do want to offer you something special. I am not discounting prices to be on the network, but I am going to offer additional things to be a part of. Because if 2026 is the year that you know your message needs to be heard, you need to get your voice out there to be seen, you need to make that impact because God is like tugging at you big time, then hopefully some of these things will help you. Okay. But I'm not going to discount because I don't believe in somebody paying for something and then somebody else coming in and being like, well, just because they signed up on Black Friday, it's less than you. That's just not cool with me. Okay. Has there been a progression? Yes. The people that started, they're locked in. They're grandfathered in at that starting price. As we've grown and we've added more, just like anything else, where the price point is today, it's going to go up next year too. Like it's going to keep climbing because that's just the name of the game. And if you're in business, you know that. So I keep that in integrity. Okay. So here's what we're doing this year. So if you guys know anybody that is thinking about it, has maybe talked to you about it, like share this with them. Okay. It's powerful. And you also have options. Okay. You also have options. So the option one, hey, Bree, the option one is, I'm making sure that I keep everybody, I'm looking at comments and things like that, is I'm just going to give you our standard pricing. This is where any show host that I'm talking to, whether they know me or they're meeting me for the first time on a call and they want to be part of Prospera, everybody gets the same baseline at this point. You get a $1,500 startup package. Okay. There's so much that can go into it and we can talk about that. It's a $1,500 startup package. It includes the graphics, the onboarding, the promo video, the Roku, the setup, like all the stuff, the scheduling, your time slot. Like there's so much that goes into that, but it's a $1,500 startup package and then $199 per month. And that's ongoing and that's standard. So whether you only want a show that's once a month or you want a show that's every week, it's the same. Not because you're paying for your show, you're paying for the work that goes behind it. Just because your show might air once a month, you're still on Roku Monday through Sunday, like 7 days a week. You're in cycle. So when your day and your time premieres, that's the first time people can see that episode. But then they can catch it randomly again and again and again, sometimes in the morning, sometimes at night, because we're trying to get you in front of different audiences. Okay. So that's standard. 1,500 startup, $199 per month. And I've even been told I'm not charging enough. I get it, but I do also know that we're in our baby stages. Okay. Now, the other option is many show hosts have opted to pay in full. And if you pay in full for a year, it's $2,500. That's huge savings. That's like over $1,000 savings. It's $2,500. That includes everything. Startup, everything for 1 year. And why did I do that? Because I don't want people that are like dipping their toe in. I don't want people that are dipping in saying like, well, if it works for me, then I'll stay in, or I'm going to try this one time and see what happens. Like, I don't want that because I know the time, the hours, the energy that goes into just a promo video, that I don't want you coming out saying, well, So to me, the reward is you commit to go all in with us for a year. It's only $2,500 and that's it. And even the platform that I use to collect your payment, you can break that into payments on your own, like somewhere. However you want to do it, there's options. But to me, that's a reward. That's a reward for your yes, that you're all in and we can count on you for a year. Because as show hosts, we're all pouring into each other. So to me, it's a respect thing. Don't come in if you're not really going to be in. And don't come in if you're looking at what's this going to just do for me. We want to see you win, but we want everybody to win. I want to see Raquel win as much as I want to see Martha win. And I want to see Martha win as much as I want to see Anna win. And Anna and Roxy and Tish and Daryl. And like, so if you're coming in to say like, well, what's this going to do for me? And you're not really in there to like be part of it. Yeah, that's kind of yucky to me too. I don't really want that. So to me, that reward of $2,500 for a full year, guys, and that's locked in. That's because I honor the all in. and I respect it. But I know that not everybody can do that. So if you are getting started, $1,500 startup, $199 per month. Okay, so that's our base prices. That's for everybody. That's where we're at right now. What I'm doing right now, okay, as kind of like a holiday blessing, so to speak. And this is only limited time. This isn't for everyone, and this isn't going to be for like 20 shows. This is like going to be for 5. Okay. Bree says, Anna says, I am playing golf and listening. I'm reading comments. And Bree says, you do such an amazing job. Thank you. Martha says, when one wins, we all win. Amen, sister. This is about lifting each other up and rising together. I love your message, Queen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. We're all locking arms and lifting each other up. So here's what I'm doing for anyone, and probably like just the next 5 show hosts, because bringing on 5 shows, even if they don't get started into 2026, we begin promo work immediately. And that's a lot of hours. Like the hours that it takes to actually do a promo, you guys would be like, wait, what? Because I don't use these like plug and play kind of things. Like we literally create slide by slide, edit, overlays, all the stuff. Okay, so it's a lot of work. But here's what we're doing for anyone that actually joins Prospera TV Network as a show host. Right now, we will also offer you a spot to speak at Surrender to Rise Live in 2026. That's in September. Okay. So you will have an opportunity to have a speaking spot at Surrender to Rise Live 2026 if you join our network now. Okay. If you're like, oh, I'm not a speaker, okay, and that's not my thing, you also then could choose to be featured as one of the authors in the 3rd edition of Surrender to Rise. Okay. Surrender to Rise. I was trying to think. Oh, my books are over here. I don't want to like, no, here we go. Here's an issue. Surrender to Rise is the book series. Okay. We've got the Queen's edition. We've got the King's edition, but now the 3rd one coming out, it's men and women, kings and queens. Now we're just at the phase of Surrender to Rise. You got your story, you need it shared. So it's a 3rd edition. We're continuing to grow. So these are values that are well over $1,000. Okay. So all I'm saying is if you come in as a Prospera TV Network show host, you can pick one of those options. You can either be in the book or you can have speaking time on our stage. And that would be on the Saturday. Our event in 2026 in September, it's a Thursday evening. We got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This would be Saturday time slot. Okay. So I'm just giving you full transparency out there. So, and then also the reason that I don't do like the price cuts and the gimmicks and like, hey, buy this and da. All I'm saying is that you join the network, you're part of my circle, and your message will get shared and Surrender to Rise, whether in the book or on stage. And that's what we're doing right now. That doesn't happen any other time, and it's not going to happen like forever. Okay. So I recommend getting with me like ASAP, because I'm going to probably only do this for like the next 5 show hosts to join us. Martha says, oh my gosh, that's an exciting opportunity. I love your heart, Elena. Thank you so much, Martha. And you're already in a Surrender to Rise 2026. We're growing, we're learning. And to me, it's still because God says, he just wants honored. He wants to see us win, and everything that I do puts him first. And so if people have that surrender story, that personal moment where they know God showed up for them, let's highlight that. Let's honor that, and then create a show that just reflects you, your message, and your purpose, basically. So So I'm not doing like price cuts. I'm not doing like one day only, but I am saying like this is probably just going to be open for like a week or for like the next 5 show hosts, because then beyond that, I'll be good and I'll be heads down and work trying to like put all of these branding board basically for your show, your storyboard and all of that together. So yes, you can get in on this offer now, even if you know you won't be ready to start your show until 2026. And I'm going to be very honest with you. It takes some time. So do it now so that we can prepare for you to be ready for a launch in 2026. You normally can't get started and then have a show ready to go in a week. It just doesn't work that way. Our promo videos take at least a week, but to even get ready for a promo video, that takes some time. So it takes a little bit. So you can lock this offer in now, and then we can start building out what that's going to look like. We'll hold your place. We'll actually set your day in your time slot. Like we'll lock it in. And so we'll hold your place because it will take some time to get you and your promo video ready, answer questions, get that whole onboarding process. Like it does take time. Okay. So it's perfect because I don't like that rushed vibe. I don't like to half-ass stuff, guys. I don't like to throw things together. So I don't expect that for you. So I'm offering this now so that we can lock you in, get it go. And I don't mean like lock you in, like, but just magic happens when you commit. Like magic happens when you say yes. When you go all in, God will show you what's next. But chances are, if you're sitting on that maybe, like little teeter-totter, that's why you feel stuck. Just make a decision. Make a clean yes, clean no. You should know right now I'm in, or you should know it's not for me right now. Cool. That's great. Because now you can move on to what's on the other side of that. It's when you stay stuck in that spot of, oh, do I, that you're like, nothing's going to move for you. So say yes, do your thing. Let's get on with it. Say no, log off. Cool. Let's get on with it. Like, but make a decision. Okay. 5, the number of grace. Let's go. Let's go. So Anna says interested. So Anna, you and I will message, behind the scenes, because we have a meeting that we need to be having too, because we're talking about your business and the show and all of that stuff. So, that's a no pressure thing. Okay. I'm just saying these are my regular prices. 1,500 startup, $199 per month, or 2,500 full year commitment. You're all in. You don't have to do a monthly payment, and that won't stay that. Like that, even my husband's like, wait, what? And I'm like, that won't stay that, okay? Because he sees the hours and the time and all of that. But it's where we are right now. And I'm adding in, I want you in the book, or I want you on stage. Because if you have that message and you need to honor God through it, let's get it out there. The world needs to hear it. So that's what I'm doing right now. The other thing, okay? The other thing is, maybe you're like, oh, I have my business. I know there's a purpose behind it. I know people need to see it, but I'm just not ready for a show. Number one, I don't agree with you on that. I think being not ready means like you're just not competent. So your confidence is not there. But hey, that's still a personal choice. But maybe you want your business advertised. Maybe we can do a commercial for you. Okay. So that's an option. And we've done many commercials for many other businesses. I had some examples here, but I'm not going to really spend time because I've been here for a while. But it will air during Prospera shows, some different shows. We'll get commercials added in, but then it will also play on Roku, just random at different times, different days. The commercial will air. So if you are thinking like, I would love something like that could be on Roku, YouTube, Stream, like all our outlets, then we can do that for you. Okay. But only if you're interested in that, message me. I'm not going to really go into the pricing details, because some people have a 30-second commercial and some people have a full 2-minute, like full song video commercial. And it's more of their whole, what did somebody described it as something. We just did one for Flair Wear Boutique and it turned out amazing, but she called it something and I can't remember. So that's why those pricing structures are different. They're from like 350 up to 750, depending on what you want to do with it, how long it is, like all of that. Okay. So that's always an option. You don't want to show, but you want your business advertised on our network. We can do that. Okay. So get with me on that. And I'll let you know the breakdown. But that's just really it, guys. I don't do Black Friday sales. I never have, I never will. But what I love to do is add value. I love to reward the commitment. And if God has been nudging you, that's all I'm going to say. If there's a tug in the gut, if there's an idea in the head, like if there's something going on with you, please don't ignore it. And if it not be through what we're doing here at Prospera, then let it be somewhere. Please don't ignore that. When God calls you to something, it's because there's something he needs done through you. He's choosing you, but chances are he's choosing you for someone out there. So whether it be through me and what we're building here or not, maybe it be somewhere else that you feel that's the right place for you. Cool. Still say yes, still do the thing, and still get the message out there, because you're not feeling that tug for no reason. It's there because it serves a purpose, and it's up to you to figure out what that is. And you're not going to figure out what that is until you say yes to the thing that might make no sense to you right now. That's the only way that it's going to come through. Okay. So if it not be through me, get the message out there somehow. But I am doing my part to make sure that we relay that message, that we help you get clear on that message, that we help you get confident in that message, and that it's in front of eyeballs, lots of eyeballs. Because ultimately, if you're going to go through the time that it takes to do the work, be seen. Be seen, but be seen in a place that you know is respected. Be seen in a place that you know holds honor and authority and remains humble. So just choose wisely. Okay. So if you're waiting for that permission to speak, and maybe you don't see the thousands of followers and this and that, like, you got to start somewhere, and we're building something beautiful here. So all I can say is, if you're interested, get with me. If you want me to send you some information, put show host. If you want to apply to be the next show host to join our network, let me know. I have a form that you can fill out some starter questions. We'll talk about it. If you're like, hey, I already know you, like, let's just do this. Maybe we've already talked and you've been sitting on the back burner for a while. This might be your time to just say, okay, I've been feeling it. It's just time. So whatever it be, just get with me and let me know. And if you know anybody that you think maybe needs to hear this themselves, please feel free to share. And if you're catching the replay, please let me know if any questions popped up, and I will come back and answer them. Okay. So that's where we are, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I am going to just play our little Prospera promo video on our way out. Have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.
This is your Prospera era, where dreams align with grace, abundance flows like rivers. You've stepped into your place. Rise, reign, and remember, you were born to shine. Welcome to your moment, Prospera, it's time.